Hello, hello, hello. We are live for Duos Roulette. So, today we are in round 2, and each of these lovely folks is going to get their name drawn out of a hat. We have a few folks that will be arriving a little later due to other obligations, so we will start with the folks we have here. And unlike my cohort, take that, Rick, I actually have a hat. So we have to make sure that we have to get somebody that's here. No, that person's not here. Reggie will be one of our first people. And Jude will be our second person. Okay, so you guys are going to be up first. I'll take everybody else down. And let's see. Should have left my glasses on, shouldn't I? All right, so here we go. Here are our folks. As soon as I go off, I'm going to get you a suggestion first. And then as soon as I go off, your timer will start. And your suggestion is mountain. Mountain. And
I think it's just a molehill, really.
It's pretty high, though, don't you think?
Well, I mean, you can look at problems as high. You can look at them as little wee things that you could just get over.
That's true. That's true. But how would we? I think this is going to be really hard for us. I mean, thousands of miles away. How are we supposed to do it?
I think just think positively. I think if you look at something and think of it as a molehill, you'll be fine.
Oh man, I don't think I want to go to school that far away, Mom.
Okay. I need you to go to school. I don't want to say it, but I need you to get out of the house. And it's nothing against you. It's just Mommy needs some time.
But why can't I just go to the local school?
Because the local school's close enough for me to know that you're there. I mean, nothing against you. I love you. You're my child. You're my only child. But if Mama does not get just one day, that's really...
I could do that. I could go away for a day and then come back. I could go visit Uncle Fred. And then I could come back and go to school here, and then you'd have a whole day, a whole day to yourself, Mom. Hey, Mom. And then we could go to the store, and then we could go to the... You don't want to go with me?
It's not, I don't want to go with you. It's just... I just want to be an adult for one day. Just one day. I just want to be like an adult, you know? Just like have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
You know, have a nice dinner with cutlery.
Yes. I will go to Uncle Fred's for the day, and you can go have and I will get wine from Uncle Fred, and I'll bring it back, and then you and I can...
No. If you go to Uncle Fred's and get wine, do you think I'm going to be able to rest easy here? No, I need you in a regulated environment, in a school, you know? Like where I know that you're hundreds of miles away. I mean, I have nothing against you. You're my only kid. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't, don't cry, because if you cry, oh God, I'm a terrible mother. I made you cry.
No, but look, how about 2 days? At 2 days, I could give you 2 days.
I am not negotiating with my kid. I mean, what kind of a mother would do that? Negotiate with their kid? I just, like, if we put this in normal society terms, you would be just going away to boarding school. I would not have to feel any guilt, because that's what every mother does. Not just me. Every mother does that. It's normal.
I know, Mom, but I love you and I want to be around you and I could go for a week. How about a week? A whole week. You could have a week with all the wine you wanted and cutlery.
My little possum. My little sweet possum. Can I just say that you don't yet understand society? And society would brand me as a bad mother. Whereas, if you just quietly traipse off to school, I would be a really good mother, because then I'm paying for your education.
You're a really good mom, and guess what? I'll live in the basement. You won't even see me.
Oh, actually, that might not be a bad idea.
And I'll study in the basement, and I'll study winemaking, and I'll bring you all the wine, and you won't see me.
My little possum, don't you realize I need to think of myself as a good mother? I need society to think of me as a good mother if I have my child laboring downstairs making me wine. Mommy needs time. Mommy needs just a little, happy time.
Mommy, guess what? You could go to school.
Oh, good Lord, that actually is a great idea.
And I'll go with you.
You here.
I'll go with you.
Sign up, because Mom's going to college is considered a sign of bravery and courage.
And I'll go with you, and I'll bring the wine. We can both go to school. We can be in the same dorm together.
Actually, I would do that just to have 5 minutes with a bottle of wine. I would do that.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, Mom.
Possum, we may graduate together.
Oh, that would be great. And then we can open a bar.
And scene. All right, everybody, let's open that bar up. We need one. All right, and we are back to our hat. We will let you beg for votes in a little bit. This is going faster than I didn't do as much patter as Rick, did I? Patter. Let's see. How to vote. You need to go to the Facebook event, and in the chat, you write down the number of votes that you want to give each person. So you have 10 votes today in this particular show. So you could give 2 to Jude, and 2 to Kristen, 2 to Reggie, 2 to Steve, and 2 to Michael. But if you want to just, suck up to one of your friends, you can give all 10 of your votes to them. So you would do the person's name 10 times, or you would do their name and 9 emojis afterwards if you want to give them all 10. Or you could just do their name and times 10 after it, so that we knew. As long as we know how many votes you're making and we can count them, we're good. So that is how you vote. You can vote up until 8:30 tomorrow morning on this particular show, so people can come back. You can send your friends to watch the video, you guys. And once they've watched the video, they can vote again right there on, and honestly, you don't actually have to watch the video. Just go suck up to your friends and family and get them to vote for you. So here we go. And again, I have a hat, unlike Rick, so there, Rick. We have Michael and Steve. Let me bring you guys up. We will get you a suggestion. Yay! And again, I'm in the modern world. I hope Rick watches this. I am in the modern world, and your suggestion is Kung Fu Master. Kung Fu Master. I'm going to set my timer, and as soon as I go off the stage, you guys have 7 minutes. And go.
2 days of just breathing. Two days of just bread and water. Two days of tuning in to every nerve in my body. Where is their tension? Where is their looseness? What just doesn't feel right? I think I'm ready to move on. Two days of you just looking at me.
Move on.
Move on.
You're not ready for that.
It's been 2 days.
2 days. That's not much when you think about your entire lifetime.
No, it's not. No.
Jonathan?
Oh.
I've been wanting to tell you this for a while. This was your final preparation before I let you step out into the real world.
The real world.
Yeah.
There's a lot in the real world.
But you're mentally prepared. You know your body. You're in touch with it. You can leave this mountaintop and feel prepared for anything.
But the one thing I'm not prepared for is you not being there.
That is something you can only find on your own For like a mother eagle, I must kick you out of the nest.
Oh. Two days doesn't seem so long now. You're absolutely right.
We have spent time. I have spent time giving you the tools. And these final 2 days have been for you to assimilate those tools. Your eyes show me that you have done so, and I'm very proud.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still scared. I'm still absolutely scared.
That is normal.
That's the next lesson. The unexpected. You won't be there. I leave. No training can be truly complete. It's the journey, not the destination. The outside world is not the destination. The outside world is the journey. And living without you, without this place, is the journey. Oh.
You understand.
Well, thank you. Thank
Jonathan,
you so much.
Trust me when I say that you are ready and you should leave at your earliest convenience.
That's a little aggressive. With all due respect. Okay. From your eyes, I'm reading a lot. I'm going to go pack my things. I'm not even going to say bye. So one more time, thank you. And I'll just go.
And scene. Nice work, gentlemen. Nice work. Vote for them. We have Michael and Steve C. Please vote for them. Or not. I had to wait till they were off before I said the or not part. All right. Well, I don't even have to draw names. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Who have we got so far? We have Tom and Kristen. Oh, wait. Kristen already went, didn't you? No, Kristen hasn't gone yet. So we have Tom and Kristen. And Jude, you haven't gone yet? And Ted. Wait, Jude went with Reggie. I'm sorry. It's been a tough day. We have Kristen and darn Ted. I think I got it figured out.
All right.
All right. So let me get a suggestion from my pocket improv. Your suggestion is minister. Minister. Sounds like a game show. Minister. All right. And we are starting.
I think I've decided what I want to do with my life. I think that I want to be a minister.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's I thought you were going to say something like like salesman, like traveling salesman, or maybe you've been in business school for a while, so I thought maybe something corporate. I mean, do you think that's going to impact our plans on getting married, John?
No, it shouldn't, because I'm going to be an animal minister. I'm only going to minister to animals. So, they're pretty flexible with their schedules most of the time.
John, that's can I just tell you, the first time I saw you with a puppy dog, the puppy was going wild. It was like foaming at the mouth. It looked like it was rabid. Honestly, I was afraid of it. You walked right up to it. You put it in your hands. You said a couple soothing words to it, and it calmed. The whole temperament changed, And I knew that you had something special there. But still, I thought you would end up selling toothbrushes.
Animals don't use toothbrushes.
I just thought, we all have gifts, and I tend not to use mine, not for anything particular anyway. So I guess I'm cynical about it.
Well, you can use your gifts too. I mean, if we're both doing what we love, we'll both be happy, right?
I wish I could. I wish I could be like you, but I don't know if the world is ready for ear food. And that's my dream, that's what I want, to make food that you insert into your ears.
If that's what you want, honey, if that's what you want, Elizabeth, just make up your mind and do it.
If only there was a way, John, for us to make a venture together. I'm dreaming of it, and I see it as if it was right in front of us. It's a giant room, half indoor, half outdoor, big patio with a play area for animals. You'd be there with your literal flock, and I'd be on the other side, the indoor side, making food for people to dabble, putting in their ears, possibly. What do you think? Kind of high concept, but
I think we could do it. I mean, I'm inspired by Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman and Grizzly Adams and St. Francis of Assisi. I want to do what they did, but not on TV. I want to do it in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're talking about, I don't think anybody else is even in that ballpark. So you've got that area to yourself.
Sometimes I think to myself, the reason that there's no one else in this ballpark is that it's not a good idea. And then I try and remind myself to be a person of faith like you. But it's so hard sometimes to believe in a dream that just, I think, literally no one on earth shares.
Well, remember this. When the very first set of emojis came out, wasn't one of them a smiley face going like this? Putting their fingers in their ears?
God, John, this is why we're getting married, because you always know how to cheer me up. You're a little bit like St. Francis of Assisi. Less of the ritual self-sacrifice and flagellation, but
got the beard though.
Very kind and generous. Did you know he was also very, very wealthy? Just something.
That's right. Yeah, the wealthy family thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
you get double points when you're wealthy and you give it up. Anyway. Yeah.
But neither of us are wealthy, are we?
No. I come from very humble roots. Just grew up in a small one-bedroom home on the east side of Delaware, and it was pretty boring. We had lots of good crab, though.
True. And my family was never wealthy either. I mean, we always had food. We never went hungry, but it was always this southern fried stuff that my mom made. And I don't know if that was doing us any favors, but we never went hungry.
That's good. Would you say that you're ever inclined towards vegetarianism, just given your predilection towards and preternatural ability to communicate with animals?
I like a lot of vegetables. I very rarely have any meat at all, but every once in a while something will tempt me.
You're never tempted to minister to humans, though.
Humans are so complicated. They have all these problems. They ask a lot of questions. You tell them what they need to do, they won't listen to you. Animals, you give them a scritch behind the ears, a little belly rub or something, and they're happy. They'll do whatever it is they think you're saying to them.
I guess it's really a question of what you consider ministering, because in reality, when I think of ministering, I think of people in crisis turning to somebody, that they think is anointed by God to give them advice and comfort. You're saying like handing out treats and fetching or like throwing balls to be fetched is a form of ministry.
Sure. And, these days, animals are just as stressed out as people are. They need somebody to give them a good word and to let them know it's going to be all right if they just take care of their stuff.
You always let me put you through the ringer and you never back down. And that makes me so happy. Because if you were at all waffling on the stream, I'd be like, nope, shoe salesman for you. You're going to hit the road and sell some people some electronic toothbrushes and make us some money. But no, you're steadfast in your commitment, and that's good.
I couldn't make a living selling Crocs, and all the other shoes are made of animals. So
I don't think anybody could make a living selling Crocs.
I didn't believe they would, but they made a comeback. So it's crazy.
Maybe, but I think even St. Francis of Assisi himself would go for broke on the Crocs market.
Let's be like Crocs. Let's just do something crazy and that people aren't expecting of us and make it ours.
Yes. Honey, I made you a brownie for your ear, if you want.
Ooh.
And scene. All right. Yay. Let's have some imaginary applause. Woohoo. Nice job, you guys. All right. So now, because we had somebody that couldn't make it, it will be Peg and I. If anybody votes for me in this particular set, all of those votes will go to Peg.
Yay!
So I just so that people know it's fair, I'm helping out, but I don't gain any points from this. But Peg would get any points that were mine. So you guys can come on here and vote for Peg and I. So let me get my timer started. And let's get us a suggestion, Peg. And our suggestion is Oasis. Oasis. What was that? Oh my God. I think I see something.
No, you're seeing things, but they're not real.
Oh, I've been doing that for years. Years and years. You usually are the one that keeps me on the straight and narrow. Like when I was seeing the pink elephants.
I try, but it's a full-time job.
You know, you are the best coworker someone could ever have. I mean, when I see things running through the store, you are always good for me. You know, you go, no, that one was real. That one wasn't.
Sally, honestly, is that all you see me as? I thought we were more to each other.
I guess we're friends, but I kind of see you like my seeing eye dog.
And I thought you were my best friend.
Oh, I am.
Do you really, really care about me?
Oh, yes. I couldn't survive without you.
Give me an example.
Well, that time when I thought there was a herd of antelope going through the department store, you told me they weren't, and so I didn't panic and run and scare all the customers.
Right. There weren't any customers in the store that day, though.
Oh.
Two?
And when we went out to that restaurant, And I thought the waiter was an octopus. And you told me no,
Yeah.
he was just a waiter. So we still got
Had
our
to hold you
orders.
back for that one, though.
I was ready to run, and I was just going to grab the fire extinguisher and get him, but no. You're the best, Jill. You're the best.
Sally, I want to be more than just your keeper and protector. I thought you had real feelings for me. I mean, I do look out after you all the time.
Well, if we got married, you could look out for me all the time.
Yeah, but then you'd just be marrying me for my money.
You have money? You never told me that.
Oh. Well,
I love you
don't
even
really
more
have it.
now.
I don't really have it yet. You know, it's just that my Aunt Gertrude, well, I was kind of her favorite. And
You know,
I'm hoping that maybe someday she
I
might
like you
be-
more now. I like you even more now.
Somehow that doesn't seem genuine.
I mean, we started work the same week,
Mm-hmm.
you know, at the department store, and I've just really enjoyed working with you. I stayed at this job because of you. You're fun too.
You stayed here
And sometimes
for me.
you do pull tricks on me, and like when I say, "Oh, is that a zebra?" and you say, "Yes, it is," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
And you
then
think
you
it
tell me,
really is, don't you?
there's no zebra.
I do have fun with that. You are so gullible.
You know, and when I thought that the store was flooding, and you said no, it's not, and it turned out it was because there was a hurricane. I believed you.
But I did get us a canoe on loan afterwards from the sporting goods.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're really good.
I know where to find things in this store, girl.
You're really good. You know where everything is. Because sometimes I'm not sure if it was a real thing or not. So when I direct people, it's not always accurate.
You know, that's kind of what I love about you. You're just so unpredictable.
Oh, well, you know, I kind of I like that.
I mean, most people are just ordinary. You know, they say one thing, they mean something else, but I never know what you mean when you say something. And I never know what kind of visions you have. Uh-oh, what do you see now?
I think. Do you have a monkey on your shoulder?
Oh, this guy right here?
You have a real monkey.
Catch.
Oh, there's no monkey. Oh,
I got you again.
Oh, come on. That was silly.
He was kind of cute though, wasn't he?
He was very cute. I think you should get a real one. When we get married, we can get monkeys.
We could?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have a real monkey.
Yeah. And then it could like run errands for us and stuff. Do monkeys do that? You know everything. You know everything.
Monkeys can do anything if you train them right. They're smart, almost as smart as we are.
You're so smart. You're just smart. And I like being with you, and you're fun. And I just found out you've got money.
Yeah, I think you're trying to butter me up now.
Well, of course I am. I already asked you to marry me just now, and you just kind of ignored me. You know.
I got to play hard to get. I'm not sure if you're really genuinely interested in me or just my potential money.
Well, I mean, if you quit the store, I would quit the store and go somewhere else with you. I mean, I would follow you anywhere.
So it sounds like I don't have much of a choice. We're in the Sally, I guess I might as well marry you because you're never going to let me go anyway. So
pretty much, you might as well marry me. I'm going to follow you everywhere.
Oh, no. No, I'm singing.
And scene! Yay! That was fun. All right. This
And that
is
was
your
after
chance.
coming from a lunch with a bunch of clowns.
This is your chance to tell everyone why they should vote for you. Michael, why should they vote for you?
Jeez. Because improv's fun, you're all fun, and I believe I can also be the token Canadian for this particular set.
Oh, we take
Yeah.
voting tokens. There we go. Voting tokens. Okay. That darn Ted. Why should they vote for you?
I think that you should consider voting for me because I have absolute proof that I was not involved in the vote trading scandals that I'm sure we've all read about online. And I can prove it because I was so busy making the whole thing up that I didn't have time to get involved in it.
Jude, why should they vote for you?
I have the most chocolate chia seed pudding of anybody, and I'm willing to share. With blueberries.
Bribery.
Kristen, why should we vote for you?
After a hard-scrabbled childhood, I was plucky enough to have a dream and pursue it, and that was ear brownies, and that is a dream I want to share with you, home viewer. Please vote for me.
Everybody should have ear brownies. Everybody should. Steve Darling, why the hell would anyone want to vote for you?
Because I had a great partner, Michael, who was ready to run with some silence, and he played it beautifully. And I loved our scene, so I hope you did too.
Good reasoning. Good reasoning. Reggie, darling, why the hell would anyone want to vote for you?
I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't mind a vote or two so that I could just keep doing improv because I'm immersed in improv this weekend. And so just why not add more to it? Like, just keep going. Like hours and hours and hours of it. So
I can also pretty much guarantee that Reggie probably has more cats than anyone else in this group. So, if you're a cat person, Reggie's your woman. Not that other people here don't have cats. They do. But she has more than anyone else. Steve's got 2. I've got 1. I don't know who else has cats. But anyway, Peg, darling, why the frig would anyone want to vote for you?
I'm gonna have to go and grab a cat.
That's pandering. That's pandering.
Hey, this is my spot. I just drove 30 minutes to race to get here from a lunch with a whole bunch of other clowns, literally. And it was that important for me to be here. And I got the luck of the draw with Judy, but it's hard to match wits with her. So I deserve credit for doing the best I could, especially after being at lunch with a bunch of clowns.
I think she deserves credit just for having to do a scene with me, Now they're pandering with the cats over here. They're pandering with the cats. All right, everybody. Well, thank you. You need to vote. You vote by going to the Facebook page and in the comments, putting the person you're voting for. You put down, you can vote for everybody here up to 10 votes though. So 2 for Peg, 2 for Reggie, 2 for Steve, 2 for Ted, and 2 for Jude, and you're out of luck for the other folks. Or you can give all 10 of them to Michael if you want to.
Yes.
The person's name and the 9 emojis afterwards would mean they get 10 votes. Or you can put their name 10 times, or you can put their name and put the times mark and 10, and that would mean they'd get 10 votes.
We have to cover the doggy people too.
Oh, wait. Oh, now she's pandering to the dog people now.
Yes, doggy people. And this
all right. So now that
my dog passed away, I can't produce him now.
Well, Kristen's got her puppet though. That's a pretty good one too. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for coming. We will be tallying the votes. You can vote up until 8:30 tomorrow. So you guys share the video with your friends and get them to go vote for you. All right. Enjoy
All
the
right.
festival. And we are
Bye,
out.
everybody.
Bye.
Where's the link?